Chasing After You by Century Bed. Fortunately or unfortunately, it's one of those songs that actually, one of those songs I used to listen to way back, and it actually means a lot to me. I mean, the lyrics, obviously, I find myself in places from time to time where I feel like I want more of God. I mean, like I said, I grew up in Canaan land, and so I remember those times when Bishop would ask us to write like requests and prayer points and stuff like that. And I'll see him still writing. And in my mind, I'm like, Esther, what are you still writing? Don't you know everything? Don't you have everything? But you hear him keep saying, look, he's discovering newer parts of God, and he's learning more about God every day. God is an unending ocean. We can't get enough of him. So every time, at every point in time, I feel the yearning in my spirit to know more, to love God. If you go to my Instagram page, like some days ago, I said, look, I'm desperate to find more of God, to experience a lot more of him. I want to get to that point where every conversation is a God conversation. I remember Kenneth Hagin saying one time that he asks the Holy Spirit about everything, even down to what he will wear. So they say, okay, Holy Spirit, what tie should I wear today? Okay, it's interesting. So I want to get to that point. So I find myself chasing more and more. And I can't even say I hope to get there, because the more I know, the more I want to know, basically. Also, unlike all the other people that will tell you, I started singing from my mother's womb. I didn't start singing from my mother's womb. I started singing when I was 7. I used to sing with, I have 3 elder siblings, 1 sister and 2 brothers. And we used to all sing together from church to church and stuff like that. I mean, every other person started chasing money, and I just decided to chase music, And I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. So, from church, I joined my first musical group, myself and 3 other guys. We were called YBM. We sang from church to church, and then we formed another group, Brothers of Zion, and then we did a cappella and stuff like that. So I mean, that pretty much shaped my musical life. We did that up until I think 2010, and then in 2011 I went on to Project Fame, and the story remains the story thereafter. I can't say too much about my relationship with God, because it will seem like I'm bragging, but one thing I know for sure, no. One thing I know for sure is I crossed the boundary between, there's a boundary between religion and relationship with God. And so for a long time, I did religion, right? And then I crossed that boundary. And then when I didn't even realize when I crossed it, it was like a couple of months after that. God was telling me that, okay, so you see, we have crossed that point where you have been saying you wanted to cross. And it was really exciting to see that beyond anything else, I was growing in my relationship with God, So at that point, that felt like when I finally, okay, so I can now say, oh, I know God for myself, and which has always been my aim. I grew up in Winners Chapel, right, in Canaan land, and so I used to hear Bishop Oyedepo then say, my God, and you hear him say it with so much confidence. And I always wondered that, how did this man get to the point where he can actually address God as his God, So right now I can confidently say, oh, there's a God of Isaac Geralds, you know what I mean? So it's a really exciting journey. I mean, there was a time in my life where for like a whole year or two, I wasn't getting gigs or getting jobs, right? Myself and my brother used to live together at the time, And so I remember how everybody, they called family meeting on my head. I said, look, so we know that you really like music and stuff, but just get a job. I mean, we sent you to school, right? You have a certificate. Get a job. Music is probably not paying off right now. There will be a time when, if you have a job, because, I mean, So I left a real job to go into Project Fame. I left a real job to do music. I left the kind of job that 1 out of 10,000 Nigerians are looking for. You know what I mean? People don't resign from jobs like that. You retire from jobs like that. You know, so it didn't make any sense whatsoever to leave, right? I remember my mom coming to wake me up at 2 a.m. in the morning to say, look, are you sure this? You know when your parents come and wake you up in the middle of the night, say, serious? You know, so my mom was asking, are you sure this is what you really want to do? Look, nobody's responsible for you. You're responsible for yourself. I won't force you. My aunties and everybody said, now why is my mom allowing me to go ahead and stuff like that? You know, and then shortly after, I wasn't getting gigs. I wasn't getting paid. I wasn't doing anything. You know, so it felt like, oh, okay, so this is it. You know what I mean? But that was actually the period where I found God for myself. That was the period where I grew. You know, that was the period where it made a lot of sense, because I felt God kept telling me, look, there will be a point in time in your life where you probably won't be able to have as much time as this to spend with me and stuff like that. Not because you don't want to, but because it's the reality of life. So guess what? Now I'm teaching you that you have to always create time for me, because I'm the most important thing. You know, so a lot of things afterwards made sense when it was in that period. I mean, I remember, but God is amazing though. I remember him giving me specific words, even to deal with my family and all of that, because it could be a lot. I'm the last child, so everybody's looking and saying, oh, so is this how you're going to spoil? Is this how your life is just going to go just like that, stuff like that? But he came through, and then the story changed. And you know, my brother last time me these days, he said, now you do one show, I collect my salary for the whole year. Say, now, wow, you know, but it's been a journey. It has really not been easy. It has taken, like I said, a whole lot of trusting God and totally believing. But I'm excited. So of course, I'm a church boy. I started music in the church. I still am in the church. I'm still in the church choir, but my music is not quote unquote gospel, as it were. I don't sing. I mean, so what we've stereotyped it to, if you are singing Jesus, Jesus, then you're a gospel artist. I sing about love. I sing about life, but being a grounded Christian, right? I have a relationship with God, so that basically guides my entire life, my music, my relationship, and everything. So there are lots of things I won't think about, you know. But I mean, so there's been a long time argument: is Isaac Geralds a gospel artist? I'm not interested in that argument anymore, to be honest. I do good music, and I'm happy, and God is happy with me. I'm fulfilling my assignments. That's all that matters.